Welcome to our Access to Capital webinar. My name is Aurora, and I'm the Business and Housing Programs Manager at San Pablo Economic Development Corporation. Thank you for joining us today for our presentation on access to capital. Today we have a representative from CDFI lenders such as Working Solutions, Pacific Community Ventures, and TMC Capital, Community Capital. Providing you with valuable information, you will gain insights into the diverse loan products tailored for small business, empowering you to grow and expand your business. From Working Solutions, we have Miss Lanisha Butts-Tony, and from TMC Capital, we have Christian Mayagon, and from Pacific Community Ventures, we have Stephanie Simotas. A few housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded. A recording will be available on our website at sanpabloedc.org. Any resources mentioned during this presentation will also be available on our website. All attendees will be muted. If you have any issues with audio, you may need to click on the webinar screen to enable the audio. We welcome your questions. Please use the question and answer box. The chat is disabled. About the San Pablo EDC, the mission of San Pablo Economic Development Corporation is to develop, diversified, stabilize the local economy. Programs and services that we have is to support and focus on employee training and support, home ownership, and business resources and access to capital, like this webinar that we have today. Our guest speakers, as I mentioned, are from Working Solutions, TMC Capital, and Pacific Community Ventures. And now I turn it over. I will stop sharing my screen for Lanisha to present. And you're muted.
I am muted and no longer muted, right?
Thank you.
Good, absolutely. I think I clicked too fast. Just glad to be here today. Glad to share my screen with you all now. Let me gather, share screen. It says host disabled participant screen sharing. So maybe click it one more time. Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
It says it's still disabled. We'll just wait a moment.
Okay.
We try it again? Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay.
Do you know how to fix it? Okay, let's see.
You want to try one more time?
Sure. That is it. Thank you so much. Once again, I am Lanisha Tony. I'm a Community Development Officer from Working Solutions, CDFI. We are based in San Francisco, California. I'll just tell you a little about Working Solutions, what we offer, some of our client highlights, what to expect in our loan process, and then we'll have Q&A after with everyone, I'm sure. So just an overview of us, we're a small business lender. We lend to startups as well as early stage entrepreneurs. We lend from $5,000 to $100,000. We are a mission-driven nonprofit, and we serve 19 counties in Northern California. Actually, we can serve all the way down to Riverside and up back toward Northern California now. So we've expanded our reach some. We are a community development financial institution certified by the U.S. Department of Treasury. And basically, I just have a slide of our all-time impact as we're growing. This is our deployment as of 2022, $49 million in loans and grants to small businesses and startup businesses. We have more than 40,000 technical hours. We funded well over, it's more than 2,700 now. It's about 3,000 businesses that we funded. Our average loan amount is $28,000, and our repayment rate actually is at 95%. And I say that, and I want to stop for a second for our repayment rate. Our repayment rate is so good because of the relationship that we connect with our clients, and we're always talking to them and always seeking out what their needs are. And if they do call and say, hey, we're going to be late or we're going through this and that, their business consultant works with them to ensure we can figure out something for them to do. to make it easier for them to repay or, make a late payment. So our repayment rate is really good. Our priority areas that we serve: early stage businesses, that's businesses less than 5 years, 75% of our money goes toward that. Startups, 50%, which means people that are in business for less than a year. Our majority diverse population, 65% of our who we lend to are low-income entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of color. We have two sorts of product offerings. We have small business loans. We have micro loans, which are loans under $25,000. And we also have small business grants from time to time, depending on what city you live in. The other arm of Working Solutions is the consulting arm. We call it the TA, or the technical assistance arm. And we do pre-loan technical assistance. For instance, if you need help with your business plan, we have partners that will help you with that. If you need help with your financial plan, we have partners that will help you with that. We also have post-loan business consulting, like if you need help with your taxes or help securing a food truck or a brick and mortar or anything like that, we are here to help with that too. And we have pre-loan and post-loan business consulting, and it is free. It is free because if you get a loan with Working Solutions, we want to be part of your village. We want to be part of your success. And so we offer those services through Working Solutions as well as our kind partners. Again, our capital loan product is $5,000 to $100,000 a year. Our loan terms are 3 to 5 years. Our interest rate today is 9 to 11% interest rate. There is an application fee of $50. There's also a closing fee of 5% of the loan amount. Now, you can pay the closing fee if you like upfront, or you can have it tacked on to the end of your loan life. A personal guarantee is required, but there's no minimum credit score. There's no minimum business revenue. There's no collateral needed. And if you want to prepay your loan off, you may do that without penalty. Again, just a little bit more about our consulting. We have the pre-loan financial education and application assistance if you need that. We have the post-loan consulting. That is the digital library of self-paced tools, or you can have one-on-one counseling. We can connect you with our other partners, which we have hundreds. And there is a consulting program that focuses on money, focuses on management, and if you need help with marketing. This is just an example of one of our clients at Menlo Cafe. Eva and Ephraim were actually waiters at Menlo Cafe for many years. When COVID came, pandemic hit, their sales dropped at the cafe that they worked at, and they received a recovery loan and actually were able to secure the loan from the person that it actually was, who was the owner. They were able to secure a loan through Working Solutions and keep the cafe open themselves. So it turned out great for everybody. Just a little bit about our loan application process steps so you'll know what to expect. One, we have a loan inquiry form. We call it the pre-loan application. Then we have a full application form. We also, step 3 is to compile and submit any required documents. And that timing is determined by the applicant. So however long it might take you to get, whether it's your tax forms or your bank statements or articles of incorporation, that will be dependent on you. And step 4 is the application review and decision. And step 5 is the funding. The total timeline for this is about 2 to 6 weeks. However, if you do have your items and your documentation together, we can put you through what we call fast track, and that's about 2 to 3 weeks. Documentation readiness. These are just some of the documents that we may need from you: financial documents, your bank statements, your tax returns. Now, we realize if you're a startup business, you won't have tax returns yet. However, we will ask you, to give us some projections for your next year's statements, any pay stubs, financial statements, any legal documents you may need, and any planning documents you need. Now, don't be surprised about what we need. Actually, on our website, What you need as far as documents and statements will be listed on our website for regarding like how much you want. So for a person that needs $20,000, you won't need as much documentation as a person that might need $100,000 in loans. And this is just my contact information. We're at Working Solutions. I am at personally Lanisha at workingsolutions.org. If you want to email me directly. But if you email me here, I will also get it. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for hearing me out. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Lanisha. Now, TMC Capital, Christian Magallon, you could share your screen if you'd like, or if you'd like to present their way directly or with your slides.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Thank you, Lanisha.
I did stop sharing.
So we're TMC Community Capital. Similarly to Lanisha's organization, Working Solutions, we are a CDFI nonprofit, small business lender. And so our mission is to provide fast and affordable online financing to foster financial stability among women-owned, low-income, and under-resourced small businesses in California. These are some of the programs we have. We have loan products, which is we have two different products for small business loans from $5,000 to $50,000. They're affordable loans with fixed interest rates and no hidden fees, with an easy online application and a fast approval. We also have educational content on our YouTube channel and also on our website, which is just different entrepreneurs and some of our partners that like to share some of their knowledge and experiences to help other entrepreneurs. We have Beyond the Hustle, which is one of our series, and we're going to be launching series 2 later this year. These are our eligibility requirements. You have to be a for-profit business in California, operating and generating revenue for at least 12 months. So we do require at least a year in business. We don't do any pre-revenue startups. We do have some excluded industries, which are the adult entertainment, cannabis, rideshare, and speculative industries. For example, like a crypto business. We don't have a minimum FICO score. So any FICO score is welcome to apply. We do look at the last 2 to 3 years of your credit history. And we also accept ITIN businesses. So if you don't have a social security number, you're still able to apply with us. These are our two products. The microloan light is from $5,000 to $15,000. And the term is from 12 to 36 months. So 2 to 3 years. Our interest rate would be 7.5% or 8.5%, depending on the term. We have a 5% processing fee. And the documents that we require are the last 6 months of your business bank statements. If your personal bank statements reflect any revenue, we would also require the personal bank statements. If not, just the bank statements are fine. Just the business bank statements. Proof of business, which can be a business license or a seller's permit, a DBA, is accepted. And then a valid government issued photo ID, which could be a state ID or driver's license, a US or foreign passport, or matricula. For the microloan, which is any dollar amount over $15,000 to 50,000. The terms are 12 to 60 months. And again, the interest rate is 7.5% to 10.5% interest, and they're fixed, tied to the term. We have a 5% processing fee as well. And this processing fee will be taken away from the amount that we're funding. So that way the client or the borrower doesn't have to pay anything out of pocket. The same documents are required for this product And the only difference is that we do require your personal and your business tax returns for 1 year. We also may recommend a profit and loss statement. There's other optional documents that would help out client's application. If you do receive any payments through Venmo or Cash App, PayPal, we would take those statements. If you have another source of income, like a job or SSI, we would also accept a recent pay stub or SSI award letter to take that income into account. For any applications that require collateral, which are typically construction or transportation industry related loans, we would take a copy of the title or registration for the vehicles or equipment. This is how to apply. So as you can see here, we have 6 steps to our applications. It's fairly simple and fast. Most people complete it in 10 to 15 minutes. It's a very, very easy to complete and pretty straightforward. You upload the documents on this platform, and then our team will review it. If there's anything missing, we'll go ahead and reach out to you and let you know that you're missing some documents, or if we have any questions about your application, we'll go ahead and reach out and get those clarifications. Our turnaround time is 10 to 12 days. So you would have a decision after you complete your application and we review it. You'll have a decision within 4 to 5 business days, and then another additional 6 to 7 days for funding. And that's it. Thank you, everyone. This is my information if you want to reach out.
Thank you, Christian. Now we'll go to Stephanie Simotas from Pacific Community Ventures. She'll be sharing her screen.
All right, let's see. Oh. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Now, Pacific Community Ventures. We are an Oakland-based nonprofit CDFI. We believe that small businesses are the backbone of the economy, and we know that they provide 50% of all jobs in this country. Our mission is to invest in minority and women-owned small businesses. We want to create good jobs for working people and make markets work for social good. We are very proud to serve women, immigrant, and minority-owned business owners in low and moderate income communities across California. Our business model combines affordable loans with free business advising to help small business owners build thriving businesses and create good quality jobs and build wealth within those communities. Our impact is that we are helping small business owners from the most vulnerable communities keep their doors open, create high quality jobs, and build back better from COVID pandemic. That is our mission. As you can see, in 2023, we had deployed over 10 million in loans. 77% of capital went to minority-owned businesses, 54% of capital to women-owned businesses, and 97% deployed in low to moderate income communities, which is pretty fantastic. Some of the businesses that we've worked with proudly, Boba Guys, Liberty Tax Service, which is a woman-owned business in the Inland Empire, Emblem, female-owned, LGBTQ-friendly in LA, jewelry company, Zeppelin Comics over in Benicia, Fable, which is in San Francisco, Taylor J, which is a clothing store in Oakland. Now, who is eligible for a loan from PCV? Now, I understand that different lenders have different eligibility criteria. Our organization operates under loan guidelines, which have been approved by our board of directors. What we look for specifically are businesses that are in California. So statewide, They have to be in operation for at least 12 months, generate sufficient profits to support future debt. We also don't require a minimum credit score. Use of proceeds, that is actually a consideration that we look at. So we're looking for working capital as a reason for seeking funding, general operating expenses, et cetera. They must maintain appropriate business insurance. General liability typically is what we're looking for, and business in the in the ride share, just like TMC was saying. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, cannabis, those are industries that we would typically shy away from. The loan terms that are available, sliding scale between $10,000 up to $250,000. If the loan is $49,999 and under, you're looking at about a 3-year term. Anything $50,000 and up to $250,000, that's a 5-year term. The interest rate on that loan, the interest rate on that loan, it is fixed at 8.75%. It will move with the market, but as of now, that's what we are offering. All loans are fully amortized over the lifetime of the loan. There is no penalty for early repayment. All payments are automatic with an ACH withdrawal. There is a 3.5% loan origination fee that also is collected at the time that the funds are deposited. So also there's no out-of-pocket expense for the borrower. Everything takes place at the time of the wire. And then collateral, we do actually place a UCC lien, a blanket UCC lien on the business assets. That's something that we try to be very transparent with upfront so that the owner knows what it is that they're agreeing to when they sign the contract. So typically when we have the borrower submit documents, they're curious to know, how much documentation they would have to provide. It's pretty standard when considering loan documentation. We would ask for tax returns 2020 through 2022. If the business needs to establish a history in financial earnings, we may ask for 2019. That would be on a case-by-case basis. 2023, if those taxes have already been filed at this point, I don't believe that we would ask for it yet. The 2023 profit and loss statement, so that would cover the full 12 months. We would ask for business bank statements, the last 3 months, the business debt schedule. So any debts that the business is currently holding, any personal debts that the borrower holds, we wouldn't consider. Personal tax return, the most recent year. And then once we've done a financial analysis based off the business, that's when we would really consider if we are able to move forward. We would not ask to run a credit check until we've been able to gauge the financial health and stability of the business. We would never want to run an inquiry on the credit before we know that we can actually proceed. And so the credit report check is actually the last step. And that's not until we've actually discussed with the client what we feel comfortable moving forward with as far as a dollar amount. So nature of the questions asked. On the full application, how much capital will you need? What will it be used for? These are things that we're reaching out to the borrower. We're wanting to know what your business sells and how you sell it, who your clients are, what inspired your business idea. We're really wanting to learn the motivation. We know that there's a story behind why everyone decided to become a business owner. We're not just looking to extend capital and see them collect the funds and never hear from them again. We really do want to invest in our borrowers, invest in our community, and build relationships after they've received funding. We like to connect with them. We like to check in with them. We like to visit them afterward. So we really try to develop these relationships with our borrowers throughout the application process. So we want to know what their growth strategy is, challenges that they're navigating. We like to check in with them maybe 3 months after, see if those challenges have overcome, if there's a new set of challenges that they hadn't anticipated, impact on their community. Have they been able to hire people, their staff that they had already? Are they able to give them new benefits? We're very curious to know if they're making a difference in their community, if they're making a difference with their current staff. Employee information, amount of employees, if any, what benefits they're offering them, basic demographic info, number of owners, average wages of owners and employers or employees, and then any planned future hiring. So we collect all that information. Understand it's pretty comprehensive. Yeah, take a deep breath and whew, that's a lot. Okay, how does the process work? So after we collect these documents, the borrower will fill out the application, upload documents onto LenderFit. It's a pretty wonderful loan origination system that we have. I saw a screenshot on TMC's stack that leads me to believe they also use it too, but it's interactive. There's messaging that can go back and forth. This process from the application into uploading documents, it takes about 1 to 2 weeks for the borrower, depending on how motivated they are, to upload the documents and for the analyst to review it and then get back to the borrower and discuss pathways forward. Once we have a pathway forward and we have a credit decision, that's about another week. And then from that point on to loan funding, it's another week. So we're looking at about 3 to 4 weeks in totality before we're funding a loan. So from start to finish, 3 to 4 weeks. And then any client who calls in, you know, they heard about us, maybe they were referred to us, maybe they ran into one of us at an event. They ask what they can do to prepare for applying for capital. We try to give them as much information as we can. We're big advocates of transparency. So we try to give them as much information as possible. What is your business? What services or products do you provide and to whom? Why did you start your business? How will you use the money to improve your business and retain or create new jobs? You want to establish good bookkeeping practices, make sure all your documentation is available. You know, you filed your taxes, you have profit and loss statements, prepare year-to-date P&L, get your business and personal tax returns filed, understand any issues on your credit report, be prepared to offer some kind of rationale as to why there were missed payments, or maybe your utilization was high. If there's any kind of UCC liens that are in existence, you're able to explain that. And then maybe partner with a financial advisor. If maybe you have any derogatory remarks, maybe you're not quite credit ready. We also offer business advising, which is a free coaching, and it's a self-matching service that we offer. And so you could cruise the site, you could take a look at these business advisors who have years of experience with, it could be finances, it could be, bookkeeping, it could be human resources, it could be anything that you really need guidance on. But if we're speaking specific to financials and you need someone to help you get your books aligned before you're applying for capital, they can help you with that and get credit ready before you come and apply for capital. So we try to give them all these resources and tools available, all the information. An educated borrower is a prepared borrower. So we try to really help set them up for success. And thank you. Our website is pacificcommunityventures.org. The contact information, this is Robin Rogan. She's our director of lending. This is her email address. The business advising manager, his name is Daniel Wada. This is his email. And then I believe my contact information is also being provided at the end of this webinar too. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer any of them. So thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Really great presentation from all you three. I'm going to share my screen and so that you guys, everyone on this webinar can take a screenshot of the guest speaker's contact information. Can you guys all see my screen? Oh. So on the left, we have Working Solutions with Lanisha. We have TMC Capital with Christian and Stephanie Samotas. I'd recommend that if you want to take a screenshot just with your phone if possible. Now we're going to questions. You can please put them in the Q&A. And we have two. I own a restaurant and would like to get funding to expand my business to catering and event hosting. We were just approved for a full liquor license. Would like capital to install a bar service within our location. Could we use this capital to expand? I'm not sure who would like to answer this question from the three presenters.
So for us, they're having food and liquor, right? Yeah, they'll be able to come to Working Solutions. I'll speak for us.
Yeah, same here. If that's the use of funds is your question, yeah, that's perfectly acceptable for TMC Community Capital.
Yeah, I third it. As long as the business has been generating revenue for 12 months, you're California based, absolutely. Also, I would love to attend your bar once you're serving drinks and have a cocktail or two. That sounds great.
I will share the contact information for the person who asked that question. The other question was, how does the UC Lean work with restaurants? Can you explain how that works, Stephanie?
That is a great question. So the UCC Lean, when we place that on the business, if the payments go into default, the business is technically tied up. So we would basically, or, I'm getting tongue-tied. Let me research it so that I'm able to provide to you the best answer. Give me like 5 minutes. Hang tight.
Or Stephanie, if you'd like, what we can do is I will share that contact of that attendee with you, with all three of you, and then you guys can reach out to them directly.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Now, is there any more other another question just came in. Are there any available grants with your organization for 2024?
Not with us. We don't have any grants available at the moment. No.
I think this may only apply with Lanisha. Just Lanisha, do you know?
Right now we do not, and it depends on what city they live in, the way they come in. They're definitely not coming in like they were coming in for COVID. Sometimes folks will give a grant for, improving like your aesthetic in the front of your store, or a grant for marketing and things of that nature. So I would always come back to Working Solutions, to our website, workingsolutions.org, to look for what the latest grants are. We'll always have them posted. Sometimes you have a week to apply. Sometimes you might have a month to apply. It just depends. And it depends on the city. We usually get more grants for like San Francisco, Berkeley, sometimes Contra Costa County, than not.
Okay, thank you. And I will share Christian's information. I have a participant on the webinar that would like his information. I will share. That was another question that just came in. Do we have any more questions in the chat, or someone would like to put in their information? Very last questions. We'll see, just give it a minute, see if anyone is. Okay. We don't have any questions, any further questions, but I will be sharing the participants' information with the lenders and vice versa. Join us for our next webinar, Understanding the Audit Process and Record Keeping Requirements. It's on February 22nd. The IRS will be hosting this. For more information, you can go to www.sanpabloedc.org, our calendar. And let me just check the questions again. No, I don't see any. Thank you to Working Solutions, TMC Capital, and Pacific Community Ventures for your time today. I know everyone's very, very busy in this environment. And please feel free to reach out to myself or our business program coordinator, Marco Sandoval, who is also on the webinar. And thank you very much for taking the time to present today. All the presenters, we really do appreciate your time.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.